Hello again and welcome to a Blunt Point of View. I am your host, George Blount. As always, I bring you the best in entertainment, those people who are movers and shakers in our community. Today we have such a person. Our guest today is Miss Cynthia Tucker, actress, singer, entrepreneur. Cynthia, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How
I
are you?
know that you're doing so much in the community, and so I want you to share with the viewing audience your latest venture. I know that you're an entrepreneur. You're doing things for our neighborhood, our communities. Please talk about your latest venture.
Well, thank you so much. The latest venture that we're doing is a singles event. So my business partner and I, Zakia Bankston, she and I have decided that through listening to various people that we come in contact with in our work and in our daily lives, we've met with so many singles who are not really interested in meeting people online, going through the pictures to see, and then when they meet the person, it's not who they thought it was. So we know that there's an audience, there's a group of people, a large group, who are interested in still, just back to basics, meeting people face to face, getting to know someone. And so we've created an opportunity to bring those type of people together. We're looking to market to a professional group of people, just to bring them together in a fun sort of way. Okay. And see what happens.
So is this the same thing as a dating service? Help me distinguish the difference.
Well, the difference in this and a date, we don't say that you're going to meet your match, but the opportunity is
Okay,
there.
the opportunity is there.
The opportunity is certainly there.
Now, who came up with this idea? You or your partner? How did this idea come about?
Well, it was a joint discussion where we decided, just from having various talks and chats with each other and different people, that we hear stories all the time from different women, different men, of how they met this person, how they met that person, and how it's hard to find the right person. And so we just figured that it would be, a great opportunity, a good business venture, and a good opportunity to just bring people together. So it was a joint
Okay. Now describe the event. How would the event happen? What's going to happen at the event when a couple comes together? What would happen at that particular event?
The event is going to be fabulous. First of all, it's an all-white affair, going to be on June 11th. And we are working towards making sure that the ratio of men to women is not disparate. We don't want a room full of women.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just want to make sure that there is opportunity. The event is going to be, there's a cocktail hour. Okay. We're going to have a comedian to kind of help break the ice, get people laughing and talking. The room will be set up in a way that it helps people to mingle. Not a lot of seating where people are just kind of sitting to themselves. And then we also have, we're going to do a reenactment of the dating game. So it should be a lot of fun. We want to have people talking, we want people to interact and, like I said, mingle. So should be a really nice event.
Where will it be held?
The event is going to be held at Chez du Bois, which is in South Orange. We're really excited to have it there. It's a beautiful location. It has, really nice space where people could go off and have a conversation together if they met. And then there's dancing.
Now, is there a particular age group, or is it open to anyone?
It is for people, women 30 and up, and men 35 and up.
Why the difference in ages?
Well, it's said that men and women mature at different rates.
Okay.
So we want to have a good match.
It is possible at that particular event someone could meet another person and begin a relationship.
That's what we're hoping. We would love later on to hear stories and, different anecdotes of how someone met someone. We'd like to, do another event possibly at the end of the year, and we would love to see people at some point in a relationship or even just talking. I mean, you just never know.
Now, the event is an all-white affair at Chez du Bois. What's the time, and what will it cost?
It is $65 per person. That is the entry fee, cocktail hour, dinner, dancing, the comedy show. And like I said, it's an all-white affair. And $65. The ticket will increase. The ticket price will increase as of May 1st. So we encourage everyone to get their tickets early.
And what time does it start?
It's from 9 to 1.
9 to 1?
9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
To 1 a.m. The event will have, so for the $65, they will receive a show.
Yes.
Food.
Yes, cocktail hour, buffet, there's dancing. We have some raffles to give away, things that, a couple could do. Hopefully someone might meet. And the venue is giving, Chez du Bois is going to do some raffles. So that would offer the winners the opportunity to come back and have dinner together.
Okay.
So.
That sounds like a fun event. But I do want to talk to you about your career, some of the things that you've been doing, because I happen to know you personally as an actress. I happen to know you personally as a singer, performer. But before I do that, I want to make sure that folks get a chance to do this, because if you want to meet someone, if you're that single person who's looking to meet someone, you might want to be at this event. So once again, if you would, Ms. Tucker, tell us the venue, the event, the cost, so that our viewing audience can know where to reach you and how to get tickets.
Well, it's an all-white single soiree going to be held at Chez du Bois in South Orange, and you can contact either myself or my business partner, Zfierce. You can reach me at 908-418-0571, or you can purchase tickets on Eventbrite. No tickets will be sold at the door, so you need to get those tickets in advance.
Well, we look forward to it. Now, if you would, let's talk a little bit about you. When I come to know you as an actor, I recently saw you perform in a show and you played Bessie Smith, did an excellent job. Then I've seen you perform several times. So let's talk a little bit about you. I want the video to know who we have here. Cynthia Tucker, most prolific entertainer. What is your basic style of music when you sing?
Oh, wow. I love jazz. I love R&B. I even love club music. I just love performing, and any type of music that engages people and I can bring some life to is my style.
Have you been singing all of your life? Because many people begin their careers in church. They start in church. So have you had that opportunity is that how you started, or were you just singing since you were a child? How did you begin in this career?
Actually, my dad was a singer. Rudolph Anderson was lead vocalist for a group, The Wheels, back in the 50s, a doo-wop group. And they had a hit called My Heart's Desire. And so I grew up listening to my dad, and he directed choirs, and he was just always involved in music. So music was just all around us. My family is very musical. And actually, quick story, he was teaching in Long Island, teaching music. And I went to go with him. I went to his class, and he was teaching someone who was working with someone who was singing Home from The Wiz.
Okay.
And I picked up the lyrics, and it was a beautiful song. And one day, I'm home singing, just at the top of my lungs singing, and my dad comes home from work, and he's like, who is that? Who is that? And I was really shy. So he comes and he was like, was that you singing? And yeah, it was me. So that's kind of when, I kind of started, and it was always encouraged in our house. And eventually I did go on and begin to sing in church and begin to do some other things. So.
Well, I happen to know your brother. He's one of my better friends, my best friend. And he is also a singer, and he's very talented as well. So I know you come from a whole singing family. Cindy, many people when they do perform, they do some type of training. They have voice exercises. How do you keep your voice strong? How do you keep it intact?
I do a lot of singing. Rest is important. A lot of water, tea. But mostly I just keep singing, just keep doing it.
Because so you're performing now. If someone wanted to see you, hear you in the East Orange, New York area, I know I've seen you in both New York and Jersey. Or where are you singing? What would be a venue that could find you?
I can be found at Southern Comfort restaurant in Orange. I can be found at various places. I'll be next week. We'll actually be in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I have a lot of private things coming up. But if you were to go on my Facebook page or my Instagram, I generally post, where I can be
where
found.
You're going to be.
Yep.
In that industry, there's everything from arranging music to performing to writing. Do you do those things? Have you got some tunes that you have written yourself?
I do. I have a song called Never Give Up. It's an up-tempo dance tune. And it's a song that just encourages anyone who's doing anything positive to not stop, to keep going, to keep pushing. It's simple. Just never give up. Whether it's your dream, you're in your career, whatever it is, don't stop doing what you're doing.
There are several people who are singers. Who do you admire that you look at that are already in the industry, whether it's Whitney Houston, who do you admire and you think has been doing a good job?
Wow, well, definitely the late, great Prince. And then, I'm a fan of Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Stephanie Mills, so many artists, Melissa Morgan, that, influenced me, who I just really appreciate their style.
I'm just curious, will you be singing at your event?
I had not planned on singing at that event, but hopefully, there will be future events where I can share some of the singing.
There is there's a show coming up recently which features gospel singing. Have you ever sung gospel?
I have. I used to attend Christian Pentecostal Church in Irvington, and I was on the praise team there, did a lot of singing there. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure that our audience knows what you're doing. Again, I want to make sure that before you perform for us, talk a little bit about your venue, what you hope to accomplish with this venue. And then we're going to ask you to let us hear your voice. But talk a little bit about. I want to make sure that we get the idea out that what you're doing with your venue. What is it called? What's it entitled?
It is an all-white single soiree.
All-white single soiree. Okay. And where will it be held?
It's going to be at Chez Dubois in South Orange, New Jersey. Again, you can reach myself or my partner, 908-418-0571. Tickets are $65, and they will not be sold at the door.
Okay. There is people who look at you and admire you, people who want to be in this industry. What would you tell them? I mean, what advice do you give a new young singer that's on their way up trying to be the next Cindy Tucker? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
I would say keep doing it. Do what you love. Be the best. Always give your best. If you're gonna sing, sing as though you were singing for 1,000 people, even if it's just one person in the room. Just each time you do what you do, give it 100% of yourself.
Is this event that you're doing the first of its kind that you know of?
I don't think it's the first of its kind, but what I would say is that it's the first in the area, in the Jersey area. So it's a new, group of people that we hope to reach, and hopefully it'll be just the first of many events.
Now, who else is involved other than you? And let's give some shout out to your partner so she knows that we're thinking of her even though she could not make it today.
Absolutely. Zakia Bankston is my partner. She is Zfierce of Zfierce and Cchic. And
Zfierce and Cchic?
Zfierce
Okay.
and Cchic.
Okay.
That is the ownership entity. She's my partner, and sorry she couldn't be here today, but I'm glad, for the opportunity to shout her out.
And I want you to also give shout out to my friend and your brother Jeff. He's a good friend of mine. I want him to know we're thinking of him as well.
Absolutely. My brother Jeff Anderson, a prolific person in his own right. Big brother, love him. Can't wait for his wedding in August. And I'm grateful to be his sister, actually.
Well, I'm gonna see him later on today, and I'll mention that to you. There's a couple of last minute things I want to make sure we cover. First of all, I'm just curious. Was it difficult playing Bessie Smith, and that when you played her in the play? I saw you in New York.
It had its challenges. I had not heard of her until the play, until the director of the play came to me and asked me to portray her. So I had to do some homework and, kind of figure out and find out who she was to try to bring that character to life. Learning the song, the song wasn't too hard to learn, but, trying to do it in character and, was a bit of a challenge.
We've lost so many good people. I'm sure that the world is mourning the loss of Prince.
Absolutely.
The loss of David Bowie, the loss of Michael Jackson, the loss of Whitney Houston. Just seemed like one after the other. The OJs, Levert.
Yes.
What's happening, Cindy? Why are people leaving like that? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. It's really tragic when someone so talented with all this inspiration and ability to affect people passes away at a young age. It makes you kind of stop and think about things and, figure out what you're doing. And all we really can do is hold on to the memories and the songs, keep playing them, and, those they won't go away. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly tragic to lose, so many of those great people.
Does that industry cause issues? I mean, when you're in the entertainment industry, you get involved in all kinds of things that speed up your life. I mean, because it's a very high-paced industry. Because I know you're out every weekend performing. Does that ever get to you sometime, and you just?
It can be tiring, but because you love what you do, when you hit the stage and it's time to do what you do, you just put all the, the tired and whatever you got going on aside and then just enjoy that moment. So I think that there are some things that, maybe can contribute, but it's up to each, individual to kind of try to protect their themselves. Certainly there's, different things that a person could get into that are not healthy, but, and being tired is a big deal. Okay. When you think about these performers and what they do with their bodies, the dancing and the being on their feet and the heels, and it's a lot. Okay. But like I said, you have to, kind of protect yourself.
Have you always performed alone? Have you ever worked with a group or a partner? Because every time I've seen you, you've been performing individually. And you have a band, I believe.
I do have a band, Cynthia and the Big Bang. And we've been doing a lot of events lately. Some private stuff, again, some public stuff. Sometimes I do perform with someone else. Last night I was in Lancaster. And I was doing background vocals for a young up-and-coming artist, Ari Janine. Okay. And so I was with Mia Cox. She and I did background vocals for her at the Launch Festival.
Okay, so you just coming straight from one gig to here?
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you coming this morning because I know how tiring it can be up at night singing and then coming back the next morning to do a TV show. We do appreciate you here at A Blount Point of View. So thank you for coming. You are going to perform for us today. Hopefully, your voice is still strong. I know you've been up all night long. What are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing one of my favorite songs, My Funny Valentine. Yeah.
Who did that song originally?
Chaka Khan recorded it, and several have recorded it, but she is my favorite performer of that particular song.
So when we come back, you're going to do My Funny Valentine for us. We can't wait to hear that. Before we go, I do want to, again, show the graphic, if you would, Pat. I want folks to see the venue that you're going to do, where you're going to be. I want the folks to know how to see you. And please share with us one more time how they can reach you. And I know you said you had a website they can go on to as well.
Yes, tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite. Tickets can also be purchased through myself. You can reach me at 908-418-0571. Or again, they can go on Eventbrite and find the event.
Okay. And the event is going to be held again where, when? I want to make sure that message gets out.
Chez Du Bois, June 11th from 9 to 1. And tickets are $65 and selling like hotcakes.
Okay. Where is Chez Du Bois? It's in East Orange?
South Orange.
South Orange.
South
Is there
Orange.
an address you have?
Yes, it's 62 Taylor Place.
Okay.
62 Taylor Place in South Orange.
And this event is only for singles?
It is for singles only.
I know it'll be successful. Anything that you happen to do is successful. One last time, if you would, just give one shout out to the younger people coming in. If they want to be the next Cindy Tucker, you encourage them, because I want to know that our show appeals to that audience. What should they be thinking about doing? How can they prepare themselves to become the next Cindy Tucker?
Practice your craft. Learn about as much as you can about the industry. Perform as often as you can so that you get comfortable, really comfortable with being in front of whomever, whenever, and just keep doing it. Just keep on.
Well, Cindy, you're very talented. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, wow. Hope the folks will be at your event. I know it's going to be anything that you're associated with, that I've seen you with, has always been dynamite. Folks, this has been Blount Point of View. Our guest today has been the prolific Cindy Tucker. Her event will be at Chez Du Bois. We encourage you. We support the event. We encourage you all to attend. When we come back, Cindy is going to perform for us. Stay tuned. You're in for a treat. This has been Dr. George Blount for Blount Point of View. I'll see you again next time.
Funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Oh, your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yeah, you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than green? Is your mouth a little bit weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Oh, no, baby, don't you change your hair for me. night. If you care for me, stay. Funny little Valentine's, stay. Each day is Valentine. Each day is Valentine's Day. What's that? Each day is Valentine. Each day Valentine's Day.